Hello, my name is Melvin Gunawanto. I'd like to present my poster presentation with a topic with Andelamin fruit extract, Xantholinum acanthopodium, and its effect on preeclampsia, systolic, diastolic, and mean arterial pressure. Hypertension in pregnancy is one of the causes of maternal death and third rank in cause of maternal death in Indonesia. Hypertension in pregnancy occur about 10% of all pregnancy women throughout the world. Hypertension in pregnancy account for more than 90,000 maternal deaths worldwide each year. Preeclampsia is a special pregnancy syndrome that can affect the entire organ. The criteria of preeclampsia and hypertension that arise after 20 weeks of gestation, with or without proteinuria. Preeclampsia occur about 2 to 8% of all pregnancy. According to data from the National Vital Statistical Report, preeclampsia is occur in 1 over 2,000 births. The frequency of preeclampsia in Indonesia is around 3 to 10%. In Indonesia, severe preeclampsia and eclampsia are ranked third in cause of maternal mortality in Indonesia, as many as 1.5% to 25%, while infant death range from 45% to 50%. Andaliman is a species of wild plant known in North Sumatra and widely used in a typical Batak dish. This plant is used to eliminate the smell of fish and raw meat due to its strong odor. This plant has been reported to have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant activity. Several studies have been concluded that the benefit of andaliman fruit, including preservative, medicinal ingredient and supplement, and vegetable pesticide. The content of andaliman, such as neoglycan, alkaloid, vinyl acetate, amide, and benzoate, have a high potential for the treatment of chronic inflammatory disease. For this research, we use an experimental animal study about 24 white wood star mice, or Ratus navargicus species, 10-week-old female who meet the inclusion and exclusion criteria. The female and male Ratus navargicus mice was put together in one cage and kept for one night. With a ratio 1:1, the diagnosis of pregnancy is obtained by the presence of vaginal spermatozoa or vaginal plaque and is counted as a pregnancy at day 0. Research has been conducted with a check of blood pressure, mean arterial pressure, proteinuria, level of tumor necrosis factor alpha, interleukin 6, with a research design quasi-experimental laboratory with a pregnant female Ratus navargicus species who administered the extract of andaliman or Xantholinum acanthopodium at dose 100 mg and 200 mg per day, with ELISA method for 4 group of mice, and its group consists of 6 subjects, so the number of sample needed is 24 animal. The research conducted in July until October 2019. The research sample is part of the study population that meet the inclusion and exclusion criteria by using the post-test only control group design. And from this research, we have in case group, we can also see that there's a decrease in systolic pressure when compared to the positive control. We can look at figure 1. Likewise, the result of distal pressure measurement from the normal right group, K negative preeclampsia rate with an andaliman administration, and K positive preeclampsia rate with andaliman administration 200 mg dose, and preeclampsia rate with administering 800 dose from day 1 to day 15. From the picture above, it can be seen that the blood pressure and preeclampsia rate with 200 mg dose endolyment compared to dose of 800 mg has a better prognosis. Treatment group P1 and the treatment group P2 saw the decrease in diastolic pressure close to diastolic blood pressure and normal grade group or K negative on day 13 to day 15. Okay, we can look from the figure 1 and figure 2. There is a comparison from the control and negative control, positive control, and ratus number glucose with the first dose 200 mg and the second dose 800 mg. From this research, we have a conclusion. Andaliman is a parent species known in North Sumatra and widely used in cooking. Its response to have strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant activity. This was proven in this study, where we were able to prove to be able to decrease blood pressure and mean arterial pressure in mice with a preeclampsia model. The content in endolyment, agonoglycan, alkaloid, guanylyl acetate, amide, and benzoate have a high potential for a treatment of a chronic inflammatory disease. This finding make endolyment a novel medical plan for a treatment of preeclampsia. Further research is needed for future tests the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effect of endolyment before it can be used in human. Future research to be a broader experimental phase is needed to determine the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effect of endolyment in human. Thank you.